Well, joining us now here on GCR, what a season he has been having at the University of Maryland, where he's averaging over 20 points a game. One of the top scorers in the country. They're getting ready for a perhaps revenge game on Saturday against Michigan State. He is the pride of DeMatha. Jahmir Young is with us now here on GCR. Jahmir, it's Glenn in Baltimore. It's good to catch up with you, man. Thank you for taking a couple of minutes for us.
Yes. Hey, Glenn. Yes, appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely.
Just excited for this final stretch.
Dude, first of all, I have to tell you, my kids can't stop talking about you. We had the chance to bump into an event the Grade Eights did back in December, and my
Yeah.
kids were getting ready. They were they wanted me to leave. I know it's not your fault that you got the flu, but we came to the Copping game, and they were like, "Well, if Jameer's not playing, we don't want to be here." I'm like, "Come on, man."
Tell them I said hello. Tell them
I
I said hello.
appreciate that. It's really kind of you, dude.
Yeah.
Jameer, can you just sort of take me through? You and I have never talked about this, but this zone that you get into, and we've seen it a few times this year. The UCLA game stands out, obviously. When everything is just working for you, and where that comes from, like what you say, hey, I've got to be that guy. It's got to go through me. Where does it come from that you have that personality to just start taking things over?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would just say, just with my experience, being a leader, one of the oldest guys on the team, just my will to win, and my competitive nature as well. So, that just all comes together. I'll just do anything it takes to win at the end of the day. So, that's where that really comes from, and that's when I play my best.
What is it like when you're in those moments? Like, do you almost black out, like just almost go unconscious, like you're a completely different person when you're in the zone like that?
Yeah, definitely a different person than I am off the court.
Right?
But yeah, just trying to win. Anything that it takes to win, and just not taking no for an answer. That's when I get in that mode,
It's
and
so
that's really
like listening to you talk about it as well, because like having talked to you a few times, you're such a soft-spoken guy. You're like so polite. You're so kind, and then it's almost like you turn into like a basketball psychopath in those moments.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, just from experience, yeah, just being, I was taught to be nice, off the court, but when we get in between those lines, it's on, and just trying to win every game possible. Deep in the season, this final stretch, just every game matters. So, I take it very seriously. The team takes it very seriously. So, that's where that comes from.
he is Jahmir Young. He is with us here. Do you have a favorite? Like, do you have any particular shot? Because we've seen a few recently that were pretty special, like those back-to-back threes last week. But like, do you have any one that you look back on and like, hey man, if I want to relive something, if I want to feel a moment again, that's the shot or that's the drive or that's the play that I think about.
Yeah, I would say definitely Iowa.
Yeah.
Just about taking about 5 seconds, just a game winning layup, just driving left to my strong hand, getting downhill, and creating something. That was a cool moment.
It was a really cool moment, and it was like, after you guys had fought to get back, and then the foul, like it almost felt
Yeah,
like you were saying, "Dude, no matter what, we're not losing this game. I don't care. I'll do anything. We're not losing this game."
yeah.
Hey man, it worked out.
That was the mindset. Yeah, that was the mindset.
And it worked out really well. Jahmir Young is with us here on GCR. Jahmir, obviously this season, I know coming off an NCAA tournament run, there was a
Mhm.
reason why you wanted to come back this year. How the lumps that you guys took early on, what did you learn from that, and how did you guys sort of right the ship? And I know you'd rather, even the ones that came up a bit short, you probably would have
Yeah.
preferred to get them all. But like, how did you right the ship to start playing better basketball over the course of the last month?
Well, it was really just going back to the drawing board. Just looking back, just losing games under 5 points, multiple games, just nail biters. Just shows that we're not too far. Whether that's just single possession away or a couple possessions away, a block out or a couple missed free throws. So just going back and pushing each other in practice and really just back to the drawing board and saying that we're right there to keep fighting and to not give up. And it's turned around for us, and I feel like we're hitting our stride, and we've won the last 4 out of 6. So I'm proud of this group, and we're just going to keep trying to uphill.
What is it? The line of being a leader. Um, do you find yourself trying to demand more of the guys around you? Like, come on, man, or do you? How do you handle that? Because we all know this is the way the sports work. Not everybody is going to have an on night every night. How do you
Yeah.
handle the line of what it is that you're asking of the guys that are around you?
Yeah, I mean, it comes from the preparation and in practice we all are pushing each other to get better, so we're all ready for the moment when a guy's down or God forbid a guy gets hurt or it's an off night for somebody. The mindset is next man got to step up and last game we had great contributions from Jamie Kaiser and Jahmir
Yeah,
Young and
yeah.
it was a team win. So I'm proud of our guys in the right direction.
You bring up Jamie, obviously, in particular with the freshmen. I know it's been tough for those guys this season, right?
Yeah.
Like, what
Hmm.
is that like during the course of the year, where they're freshmen, but like, hey, this
Yeah.
is it for you. Like you don't have time to wait 2 years to see what they're gonna end up being.
Yeah.
Like, what are those conversations like as you try to show patience with those guys, knowing what it is they're capable of?
Yeah, just so like the freshman DHS and Jamie Kaiser, they're so talented, so skilled, and they have so much potential themselves, and they have so many more opportunities, like you said. But for me, it's just more of a encouraging encouragement towards them, and make just picking them up when they're down because they're hard on themselves and they want to do well, they want to win as well. So just trying to keep the team together, keep everybody's spirits up, stay positive. They're working hard in practice and they're getting extra time, and so they're working on their game, and it's going to show. So just telling them to stick with it, stay positive.
Jahmir Young is with us again. Maryland travels to Michigan State on Saturday, a game that'll be on Fox. Jahmir, I bring up Michigan State. We all know what happened the first time, and how
Yeah,
much does that in particular stick with you guys? Because we saw in the second half, right? Like it, you get rid of a couple of minutes in that game, and you outplay them. Like, how much does that stick with you guys? Like, we've got something to prove, and on top of that, knowing you guys got to stack some quality wins in order to start building up that resume.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a big one for us. A very talented Michigan State, very veteran team with a lot of great pieces. So and a great coach as well, who just picked up the 700th win. So just us coming, just trying to grind it out. They play faster when they're at their their arena. This place is loud. It's a tough place to play. So for us coming in there, it's just the motto is just going to be to fight and just to stay together. It's us against everybody. So we know how important this game is. I personally haven't beaten Michigan State while I've been
Hmm.
in the Maryland uniform. So the last one, yeah, we lost by 2 points. Came down to the wire. So it shows that we match up well with them. Match up well with us. So it's going to be a good game.
It's also like I keep thinking about all of these things, and you say you haven't won. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. Are you the type when you go on the road that you feed off of it? I mean, we've seen it a few times. You brought up obviously Iowa. Like, do you kind of and hell, I know it was a lot, but you played like crazy at Northwestern a couple weeks ago as well. Do you feed off of that type of energy when you're on the road? Does it like maybe drive you in a way like, all right, yeah, come on, bring it on. I got
Yeah,
something to show
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm actually starting to like it. Last year with our struggles on the road, it was difficult, and me being able to, in this off season, just take a step back and, look at the situation at hand and show that it's just a regular game. We're just not at home. So this year, just game slowing down for me. Just not letting certain stuff get to me, whether that's fans just harassing us or how loud the crowd gets. Just being able to stay poised and stay confident. And now I do think it it makes me go even harder. It makes me want to win. So um, I'm getting used to it. I've adjusted, and I'm starting to like road games.
It's cool. It's cool. Obviously, it worked out pretty well a few times, like the Illinois game this year. That worked out really well. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Jameer, the way that you've been embraced by Maryland fans, and your path to getting here. I know it's not over yet, right? You still have chapters to author, but have you started to think about what this has meant to you, that you were able to come back home and play here and have the seasons that you've been having, that are going to be remembered for a long time. Like these moments, Maryland fans will not be forgetting. Have you started to have a chance to reflect on really how special this time has been for you?
The season's flying by. I haven't really, haven't had time to, sit down and think about it. Yeah, we've uh, had some spectacular moments. So, um, just for me, just staying in the moment, just trying to play our best basketball going into March. So I haven't really paid too much attention to it, but I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and grateful for how the fans have embraced me these last 2 years. So I'm just trying to be where my feet are, and enjoy these last 10 games of conference play and get ready.
All right, I want to go inside your brain before I let you go. When it's late in the game and you're deciding whether you're going to go to the basket or you're going to pull up, like what is the thought process? Is it something that you've thought two steps ahead on? Do you have to see how things unfold? This is just I'm talking to somebody at the height of their craft, and I've never really had this conversation. Like, what is the thought process about I'm attacking here versus I'm feeling it, I'm going to step back and let it fly?
I mean, just it just depends on how the game's flowing. Depends the time, the shot clock, and the actual score of the game. Say we're down two, I might step back for a three, or say it's a tie game, the hole get fouled. But just really just read how the defense is playing me. If they're gonna take away the drive, if they're in make up defense, or if they're sacking off a little bit so they drive. So there's a lot of moves I can go to, a lot of go-to moves that I have, but I just react to how the defense is guarding me.
It's been working out a whole heck of a lot, and it's been the right decision more often than it's not, man. Jahmir Young, I got to tell you, and not only the fact that you were so kind to my kids, but just watching you play basketball is really a joy, man. Like you're a hell of a fun player to watch play, and we can't wait to see what's next for you guys and where this is going to take you the rest of the season. But really appreciate it. I guess can I plug anything for you? Anything you got going on NIL wise, social media? What all can I get plugs in for?
Uh, Not really, not really anything right now. I'm really just focused on playing. So um, yeah, I wouldn't say anything NIL wise, but just to tune in for our games and be excited for the rest of the season.
I appreciate that, man. Jahmir, congratulations on everything you've done so far. Good luck on Saturday out at Michigan State, and look forward to chatting with you again down the road. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes for us, man.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you having me too.